Well. Guess who's 5 days late? No, no kidding. No string. No, you can't shoot wires. Oh, ma'am. Sorry, had a brief interruption there. Yeah, so, you guys would think I'd be ready to hop right into this and play Minecraft. And you'd be wrong. You'd be so wrong. Because I haven't even launched the game yet. Whoopsies. That is a bit of a big error on my part. Completely disregarded doing that. Instead, I decided to go get a bottle of water. Easy, baby. Easy. Sorry, she is just like, she just woke up from a nap, so she is being super attention whore. Okay. And now you guys will be able to swap scenes. Or more so, I will do it for you. And you guys get to look at my ugly mug. I will say this isn't going to be a super long stream. And while I have this up, let me go and refresh my chat. Just so that way my starting message can get off of there, so you guys can have at it and see your own stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, totally forgot this is where I left off. Kind of concerned the zombies are here. Folk is very loud. So I've gotten to thinking about how I want to properly execute the chicken jockey thing. And I think I'm just going to outright do a different mob farm. Nothing wrong with that. I think I'm just going to use that one down there as like XP solely. Because I want to make a more broad use one, so that way we can start getting gunpowder and bones and stuff. Sorry, cat started climbing on the computer. Hey, dinner, pot pie, how have you been? Good, good. As far as I'm aware, no one has been on the server this week. Not even myself. So I shouldn't have to worry about any pranks or anything. There's a few cows over there. Speaking of cows, I've not looked at my own for a very hot second. As busy as always. Yeah. Okay. Well, I was thinking for this stream, I can do a couple things. I can start working on the trade hall. I can start the trunk mine. Or I can set up a wood farm. I can probably do two of those, with the exception of like reasonably not being able to finish the trunk mine. Because I don't have my spyglass anymore. That is a 2x2 chunk. Or those are 2 chunks by 2 chunks. That is more correct what I meant to say. Okay, yeah, that's not for my base. Sorry, I didn't rename it after I lost it. Sorry about that. I'm a little thirsty. Was going to stream last night earlier this morning, like early, and ended up getting caught up playing a game on the old Xbox, and then started getting into that series. So I ended up spending more money on that than I probably should have. In addition to wasting, well, not wasting, but putting a lot more time into that than I had initially anticipated. So it was one of those situations where it's like I had a really good time, but I completely neglected the stream. So yeah, sorry to put you guys on the back burner. All love though. That being said, let's do some stuffs. I don't really need the beds. Oh, I need to actually first and foremost I need to go figure out what is up with the iron farm. Where's the sun? The sun's still pretty high. Yeah, it's at least high enough to where if it starts to set, I'll have time to make it to the farm so I can sleep there. Also, hopefully you guys can hear me better. I adjusted my mic a little bit. And I don't know. Just kind of hope it helps. I think the issue was I had it like turned way too upwards because I thought it had to be like lightly tilted towards me so it would like get like voice there. But I realized it picked me up a lot better if I had it more tilted. So yeah, that's a thing. Sorry if you see any interesting um reactions or anything. My cat is currently like playing with my feet, and on the occasion she's like biting me. Um, so it's just like me trying to not overreact to that. It's more so that it's startling because she's doing it so inconsistently. It's just like, okay, when's the next one? Okay, so you guys are not spawning iron. Unless you are. In which case, I need to see it. So we're gonna sit and watch this guy for the next. I'll watch it for a minute. See if it does anything. No, no ma'am. No ma'am. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I think the issue is that they cannot sleep at the moment. So how am I going to address this? Easy peasy. I'm gonna come over here. Ow, ow, ow. We go up there. Let them show. They can't see the zombie. The zombie can't see them. They should chill. Stop freaking out here in a sec. To be able to go to sleep once it hits nighttime. Once they all get into bed, I will break the snow block. And then hopefully the farm will resume. Sorry, I accidentally muted myself. That's one of the downsides of the mic being so, like, I guess tilted, is my hand is like so close to brushing it all the time, like with the mute button. And the mute button, it's super sensitive. Like it's not an actual button. It's just like a little thing I slide my finger over, like a little sensor. That's the water that's been sitting here since last stream. That is can taste the age. So pretty much once I let these guys pop in their bed. And then I'll break the snow block, see if it's spawning, hop in there, go to bed, and run away. Hope you all are doing well today as well. No need, obviously, to chat or anything. Appreciate you, even if you're just lurking for a little bit. But I hope you're all doing well regardless. Do I think I can make this? I can definitely make this, right? Oh, I tried to do the fucking double jump thing and I jumped way too early. Well, technically late for what I was trying to do. I jumped way too early on that. Well, that was just, I think, too close. I don't know. I lost my spread. You know, I didn't even need to do the fucking. Ow. All right. These guys are big chilling right now. Going to wait for them to plop in the bed. Cool. No longer in the bed. And there's our spawns. So a very simple way to reset the farm. Just a little annoying to do it. I wouldn't say we have to do it often because I think ran for like 6 hours total, I think. And then I'm pretty sure it only went that way because I ended up leaving at an awkward point. But yeah, that's easy fix for the two at hand. I don't think we're going to AFK over here any at all tonight. Or today, I suppose. 13 iron already, that's crazy. $18 iron already, that's crazy. Should I'll come over here with my looting free sword just so I can get a final smack on those guys. Increase my rates. That would probably be way too crazy. By that I mean that would take up so much time and it couldn't be AFKable because I'd have to be smacking them every time I noticed they were getting close to dying. But thankfully I can at least tell their health with the crackage and stuff. That's pretty nifty. I always forget I have a happy ghast. I almost called it a flying ghast. A little counterproductive on that part. Well, I guess redundant is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm still half asleep. Let's go. More iron. I think we're actually getting close enough to where we could make a full tier 3 beacon. Well, like max tier beacon, I suppose, is what I'm talking about. But yeah, plant some spruce. I will plant a dark oak, and I'll plant some oak. So may as well get this going in the meantime, just because you know, it never hurts to let them start growing. And yeah, I'm planning on just planting over here because it's pretty much just a open plains. Damn, I just realized there's surface lava over there, or at least like a little, well, at least a like a little lava spout. Would have been so useful for the lava farm. Tragic, really. Okay, so guess I'll start by doing that. From a little bit of ways over here. Then yeah, I'm gonna grab some cobblestone. Then is I don't have enough to make a mega one actually, so yeah, I don't worry about that right now. I was concerned about if I grew like a mega spruce tree with it creating console, but I guess it doesn't really matter right now since I only had 3 saplings. I'll distance this one a little further away. I'll distance that one a little closer. And this is where we really have to start getting weird about how we place these. So I do want to plant mostly cherry, just because that's probably what majority of our builds will have a base of. Especially the logs, since they are a bit darker and can really help accent the rest of the build. So that could be a worthwhile endeavor to just go and get a bunch of these guys ready for whenever I need them. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always just use this as like the would I replenish the basics with like sticks and chests and things. Because I got to thinking about it, I'm probably not going to have enough room in the old pagoda to properly store my stuff, so I probably need to make a separate storage building, which honestly it's nice because it means with the little town slash village we're going to build, it'll give a purpose for more of the buildings we'll have there than just being empty shells with a cold interior. We can actually give them a function. So now I'm just curious on the route I want to go with the trade hall. Because I mean, obviously I want to start working on that. We have the armor. We're just missing some of the more, I guess, unique enchants that we can't necessarily get, or like the enchants we missed. So I feel like Unbreaking would be a good one for us to get. Mending, obviously. At some point, I really need to terraform this down too. I don't know. I'll get to it eventually. That's kind of just my whole shtick with this now. Is oh yeah, that I'll get to it when I get to it. I was also thinking about maybe at some point could venture up to the nether roof and potentially start working on breaking bedrock. Only concern I have with that, I don't think I have nearly enough ender pearls to attempt that. Nor do I think I have enough gunpowder for the TNT. I could go over to the tower and like break the spare portal there for obsidian, so I could at least like ensure I had a way out. But then I'd be concerned that my portal would then get linked with that, which that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. I would just need to make sure I marked where I came through at, so we could reasonably bust that one specifically. Which I mean, I suppose if well, I don't really know how the mechanics of that work. If it does need to have an open block underneath it, or if it does, or like if it can just be a like completely filled in roof underneath the block that's being broken. I don't know. All I know is we need pistons and TNT and trapdoors, all of which I have to some extent, but none in abundance. However, if we need carrots for it, to put it bluntly, the nether's fucked. Also exciting. Have another stream planned for later on today, assuming Leptir is feeling up for it. We are going to be playing some modded Terraria. The first time in a quite a long time, actually. Both of us will be back in the Terraria scene, at least modded. So that could be fun. I know he just got back from a trip, so it's probably going to be a little tired. So there's no guarantee on if it'll happen today, but it will happen at some point. If it doesn't happen today, I'll probably just hop back onto the SMP and work on whatever miscellaneous thingy I need to work on. I will also say I do have some more plans for things and such. Things I need to add to the what's it? The to-do list. One of which is the mob farm, which I have a very specific design in mind I want to go with. Just since it is also in the endeavor of making a chicken jockey spawn and fall and float down instead of getting pushed off the chicken in the water column. So in reference to the chicken jockey, we're going to build it. Damn, sorry. We're going to build it in the shape of a massive KFC bucket, and I'm planning on like having like a little drumstick built. So like I'm planning on the top being like indented a little bit, so like it's gonna look like the chicken's actually coming out of the bucket instead of just laying flat on top with it coming out. But I plan on having like a drumstick or something poking out just to further push that KFC idea. And it's not gonna be anything special. It's not gonna look super grand. It's not going to be like in the shape of an actual KFC bucket. It's still going to 4 flat walls, but it'll be enough. And that's the main thing. I also need to work out how I'm going to get the K. How am I going to do that actually? That means it would have to be relatively wide, at least 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should be able to make that work. The branding may take up the entire side, but you know the colors will still be there. It'll still have the signature red and white. And also something else I want to get to this episode. I want to start working on this because I feel like this has been pretty bare bones here lately. I feel like it'd be cool if we did like some chiseled bookshelves in here. Kind of thinking we could leave the roof as is. Maybe actually do some stairs so it plays onto the ceiling a little more with it like indenting up at the top. So I could definitely probably do that. I just don't quite know how I want to do that yet. Because I mean, from down here, it would look fine. From up here, you'd be able to see some wackiness. I think it's just gonna be one of those things we're not really going to know how it looks until we start working on it. So very excited for that, but I don't think we currently have the wood to do that. I think we definitely have a decent bit of gold. I don't think we have enough to justify making all the armor yet. Definitely not. However, I can start making some better foods. I'm actually going to run out here real quick and grab a stack of carrots. Good to see some of the trees have grown. That's nice. That's nice. My ankles are not as nice. Right, cool, nifty. And unless they change the recipe, it should still be golden nuggets. God, I hope so. If it's ingots, I'm actually kind of screwed. Fingers crossed. Oh boy. Easy money. Cool. And now we have one of the arguably best foods in the game. Okay. Did I go for quick chicken? I do indeed. I'm just saying that worked out perfectly. That worked out so perfect. Okay. So now the question is, actually, before I hit you guys with the question is, go chop down those trees. Because one thing I could actually do is, while those trees are growing and stuff, I can I'd probably be working on the chunk mine. So I'll allocate 3 iron shovels, 3 iron axes, and 2 iron pickaxes. I think that'll be enough for what we're wanting to accomplish. That being said, however, I'm uncertain. I know for a fact I won't need this many sticks, but you know, more sticks than you need never hurt. So pickaxes, shovels, and axes. So shovels, check. Axes, check. Pickaxes, check. I'm going to just keep this stuff on me because, you know, never hurts. Guess when I had some more iron pickaxes laying around. I have some stone shovels I could get rid of. That could definitely be a huge help. I don't know. Let's see if you guys have any more kids. Welcome to the family. I said there wasn't enough room for any more of you guys when I lived here. But now you guys have room for one more. So you're going to be a free range chicken. So what I'm going to call you Willie. You're going to be Willie. Free range, free chicken, free Willie. So now we have dinner, pot pie, and Willie. This is certainly growing to be a comedic family. God, I feel like I just want to jump in there and let them break my fall damage, even though I know that that would not be the case. Can fishes jump out of water? Crazy. I did it again, damn it. Wild. By wild, I mean very inconvenient for me. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, I know that dark oak can grow in singles. I don't know if they can grow that way naturally, though. It may have to be with bone meal. So, in regards to dark oak, I may actually just be straight up out of luck. That or it may just take a while. I'm certain on that. I feel like this just may end up needing to be a whole, like, dirt chest in its own. Um, Also, it does seem that the sun is setting already, so I can at least go and work on harvesting some of these. Because I feel like we could make some really nice accents with some spruce. If we're actually using like the cherry planks, because I feel like the darker color would work well with the palette I'm thinking of. Especially since I don't think all my builds are going to be with cherry. So I can kind of go for like that almost. I should have brought the flint and steel. God, these trees are always so damn obnoxious. Because it's like, go everywhere. Their branches don't connect. It makes no sense. Oh my god, this was the 4x4 too. One of them just outright grew crazy style. What the fuck? It's crazy. Let's go to bed. Need to make sure I at least pick up 2 of those to at least make it an even cutoff. Also, probably wouldn't hurt to light up the area, honestly. I can see this going very poorly, very fast. Yeah, I'll just leave that guy there. I'm not gonna bother lighting up the actual pit itself, but around it, like around here, couldn't hurt. And I'm just gonna leave the one in my inventory because you know, never hurts to have dynamic lighting. Now I just need to worry about Podzol. Oh, was that all the saplings I got? Seriously? No more? Oh, no, there's one more. So if I don't want to deal with the incredibly annoying 3x3, or not 3x3, 2x2, then definitely have some more spaced out over here. And oh my god, we actually just did straight Bro Insano style. That's crazy. Hello to everyone just tuning in. Okay. Okay, cool. Seems like that's all we're going to get from that for now. I don't know why this feels like a very big cherry tree. I think it's just where it grew out in 2 directions. I don't know how common that is actually. I don't think I've seen it once up there though. Are you shitting me right now? That's so much Podzol. That's so much Podzol. Please tell me drop regular dirt. Oh, thank God. Well, on that note, I'm at least not going to worry about converting it back just yet. Oh my God. So much Podzol. Good God, man. From one tree. Damn, that's crazy. Like, don't be wrong, and it was gonna make Podzol just not that much. Damn. Do all cherry trees grow out in both directions? Am I just stupid for not realizing that sooner? Or have I just gotten incredibly lucky with 2 trees now? Uh, ooh. All right, we should be looking good on saturation. Oh, so many sticks. You also probably look out with how many leaves and stuff there are. Mobs can start spawning under here. That would be less than ideal, at least in the current moment. I do actually plan to build the mob farm somewhere around this area, just because it's a bit out of the way, so it won't be like constantly like annoying me. But it'll also be close enough to where if I do want to like AFK it, I can. I can build a platform way above it, and I don't think I would have an issue with that, as opposed to if I had a massive floating platform to AFK on over my base. And additionally, if I don't want to AFK it, but I still want to run, work on the chunk mines. Also, I've been thinking about how I want to inevitably do the split and stuff. Because I know we were looking at different like caution tapes and stuff the other stream. But I think I'm actually just going to have it be a solid yellow and black. And then like where the chunks meet, I'll have it like kind of uh marked with copper bulbs. I feel like that could look cool. Because it would also give like some lighting to the area as well. Definitely feel like that would be pretty neat. Okay. For those of you just tuning in right now, we're mainly just farming for resources for base upgrades and stuff. But do feel free to chat as you please. No obligation to, of course. Just kind of here for a bit of a chill stream, not gonna lie. Okay, oaks have grown, that's kind of upsetting. Really hoping that dark oak would have grown, but I guess it actually can't, just on its own. It's unfortunate. Maybe they just take a while. Who knows, maybe I'm rushing it. Could be like those other oaks over there. Seriously? That is not where I want to place that. Okay. So many saplings. Jesus Christ. Okay. I definitely feel like that's gonna be a bad hotspot for mobs once it gets dark enough. That's gonna suck. Oh, second saplings. Oh, we only started with half a stack of saplings. I think we're now up to a stack and a half. Oh, only a stack and 10. Wild. Over a stack of sticks, though. Sure you guys have noticed. There's just been like, I guess, one dude coming and going. And I'd like to imagine that they're just coming back in. They're like, dude's still not working his fucking base? God damn it. It's okay, buddy. You'll grow in your own time. I believe. Okay. All right. It'd be cool if you could do like a 2x2 cherry tree. See, these are like the ones I'm used to. Like they only grow one way. It's so rare I see them like grow out both ways, at least in an abundance. Because like, yeah, I see quite a few like this, but some of those we had, they just went on, on. Not that I'm complaining. It's wood. I mean, it's what we're looking for right now. God, where I'm starting to clutter up. On the right side means this will essentially pay for itself when we start plopping down chests over here to hold saplings and such. And maybe even have a stick portion of the chest. Matter of fact, I think we would need a stick portion of the chest. But yeah, I don't really plan for this to be a long stream. An hour. No, well, not an hour. We're at an hour now. Maybe like 2.5, 3 hours max. Because I do want to take a little bit of a break just in case me and Lep do end up streaming. Feel like it would be a nice window to get a little bit of a break in there so I can make some food and such. And Enderman, it is perfect timing because I need your resources, buddy. Should be wide enough. What you gonna do about it, punk? Huh? What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing. You just gonna give me gravel. He knows I need it. It's the only way I can get gravel now, thanks to my Fortune 3 shovel. And the bright side, once I break onto the nether roof, we can openly explore because the mobs can't spawn up there until we start placing blocks. Which means I can find a warped forest so we could then build an Enderman farm too. Like that could be huge. Especially not having to do that whole thing in the nether for them. I mean, like, even if it's just a basic one at the start where we just build like a roof and a platform for them to spawn so we can at least like take them out that way. Would be a very primitive one, but you know, beats the alternative. Of, like having to run around and actually just try to find them, or being in the warp forest and risk like falling in the lava. And we could also build like a nice little highway for it too. Because up there it's just super smooth. You can place ice as you please. You go like Mach 10 down the I-90. Just luck it's on. Hey, where you at? Oh, you know me, heading down 405, going Mach 10. Probably be so confused. It's okay, buddy. I believe in you still. I know I said that we were going to work on some stuff and things, but or I say stuff and things. But I know we said that we were going to potentially work on the chunk mine. But with all these trees, I'm not really finding a good time to, honestly. So have that be there. Yeah. I'll have these go here. I'll take like 4 because I do need to replant some. Then hopefully we can start getting a bit more spruce as well. Ooh, apple. God, I miss the days when we could craft notch apples. Expensive as hell, but so worth it. Just 8 gold blocks and a measly apple to get something that can literally save your life on the spot. We just didn't know what we had. We took it for granted. Now, this is the part where I revealed to you guys. This is all just for charcoal. We're going to build a second, less efficient wood farm for the builds. But no, I figured this would be a good area for it because right here kind of seems to be where we're going to be getting most of our resources and stuff for base building, especially with the chunk mine for deep slate. This seemed kind of fitting to put the tree farm here. Okay. Well, see, and the sad thing is, I want to go on and be like, oh yeah, we're good on cherry logs. But in the grand scheme of things, with how many builds I'm wanting to do, and with me knowing how expensive the wall is going to be, this is nowhere near. Oh, hey, 4 stacks even. That's awesome. That's crazy because it's like, I don't know if it's just that Minecraft ambient music, or if we are getting hit with a little bit of actual Minecraft OST in this. Oh, I hear the popo. Well, that'll be a good spot for it. Let's pluck these down over here. Now, ideally, I do want to get like a designated spot. God, that's so cool just seeing that come into render. But yeah, I do ideally want to background sticks. As I was saying, I do eventually want to have like a designated spot to put the oak saplings, just so that way I can have like a little roof on them, so we can limit how high they grow, just so we can keep like those super like annoying mega trees off the radar. Also, let me mute and just make sure I do sound okay. I think that's the best I've sounded on stream in a hot sec. Maybe a little loud, but I did also turn the volume all the way up on my phone by accident, so that definitely could be the case. Definitely could be the case. God, now I'm just trying to think on how I want to do the wall, because that's actually gonna be such a pain if I don't do it right. And honestly, I think it's just gonna be a pain regardless, but I think I'm gonna have it start on that side and gradually like wrap around. You guys know the layout, that like lone cherry tree up there on that part of the hill. I think we'll have it start right on the other side of that and have it like creep around the hillside. I think that could be cool and have like a little gate, obviously, where I go down to the village. And then just have it wrap like all the way around to the back. Okay, buddy, I still believe in you. Hey, already got a sapling back. Nice. Okay. Oh, remember the first time I had to chop down a tree like this? It was a jungle tree. Back before these big spruces were even a thing. Back before dark oak was added. Back when the only trees you really had were oak, spruce, and birch. And jungle. But jungles were so hard to find back in the day. Ooh, look at my boomer ass takes. And the biggest secret to these trees is always one part of it that's taller than the rest. I suppose I could have just done this from the start. Just sat in the center, working my way down. That's not as fun. And another axe. Guys, we're getting close to wrapping up the tree part of this stream. I had an allotted amount of tree axes I was going to craft, and well, to be blunt, we've pretty much hit that amount. Um, Never hurts for another 2x2 though. I mean, what's it gonna do? Make more pods though? I don't care. Gotta patch that up anyways. There we go. We at least got our wood. Saplings will come with 2 time. Well, at least we're looking pretty good on spruce now. At least sapling wise. Means we can actually give it the row it deserves in the chest. Honestly, let's do another 2x2. Those are pretty fun. And sapling. Trees out here growing before our very eyes, boys. Watch, I'm gonna chop this one down as soon as the leaves start to decay. This other one's just gonna grow right away. Oh, at least it didn't happen. Oh, sad. I need to save some room for oak saplings whenever they drop. That a zombie or a mule? I think it's just a sheep. Oh man, these shadows are making me paranoid. Oh. Okay. Cool, cool. Okay. Oh, so many logs. So many logs that it will never be enough. Oh, so many saplings too. Where's the rest of your gang, buddy? Just you two? Where's the captain? Oh, let's try to see the captain. Where's your captain, buddy? Why are you looking at me like that? Because I'm judging you for not having a captain? I want the banner. Assholes. Oh well. Like all problems in my life, I'm just going to ignore it until it either goes away or kills me. It's not good advice. Don't listen to that. Oh, I do kind of feel like we're starting to get a little stocked on the cherry. Not as much as I feel like we'll need in the long run, but definitely looking a lot better in this field than some of the others. As you know, almost 5 stacks, a little over two, a little over one. Yeah, try not to measure by quantity, but more quality, but there's only one definitive answer in this case. Boys, I'm be honest, I don't think we're gonna need to ever pick up a stick again. Well, not pick up a stick, ever craft a stick again in our lives. I say his. I used my last remaining oak planks earlier to craft sticks. No, I know what that seemed like. I know that seemed useless, especially with how many sticks we're getting. Honestly, I just wanted those out of my inventory. They were taking up space that they did not need. I mean, what's the point of having like 2 planks anyways? What am I gonna do with it? Craft sticks? Craft a pressure plate? I don't need a pressure plate. You know what I always need? Sticks. Sticks. Oh no, this is where the mobs start to spawn. Oh no. Okay, we made it. Next thing here is just. I'd be so annoyed. I'd be so annoyed. Oh, maybe we just got a bad place. Hmm. Me. I think we're looking good on Cherry for a while, guys. Also me. Immediately ignores the Mega Spruce, goes straight to other Cherry. Like, guys, you can't blame me. I just see an abundance over there, and I just feel the instinctive urge to immediately, like, take it out. But then I realize I need to have it replanted for when I need it later. But then I just see it again in such abundance. And I'm like, nope, can't have that here. Not in my tree farm, but I need it later. And it's grows way too quick. Back in the day, I remember having to wait like 5 to 10 minutes for a fucking tree to grow. It pissed me off so much. Just a kid trying to farm some trees. It's out here taking like what felt like years. I do think we're going to slowly start reducing the amount of cherry we plant, though, at least for the time being. Because we already still have quite a bit planted. I haven't even touched the ones down there. Um, bro, what is plus getting these shitty trees like the oaks? I just wanted to like 2x2 and just give me like I know that they usually grow individually into the 2x2, but damn, this is just pathetic. See, as being responsible. I'm not replanting it. Feels morally wrong, but well. Hmm. Well then. We're definitely starting to run out of what do you call space. Definitely am doing that. Oh brother. Let me turn the music up a little bit. Whenever I tuned in, I just remembered it wasn't super loud. At least not as loud as I thought it was. Hopefully that's a little better. Hopefully you guys can still hear me all right. Let me check real quick. Okay, it's definitely more audible. Uh I don't think it overpowers me. Um Hang on, let me do one more thing real quick. Okay, that should be all right. God, I really just want to find a trial chamber at this point, but can't really do that without without the old cartographer. They're apparently commonly found under cherry bottom. But guess what I got under mine instead? That's right, ancient city. Which I'm not complaining, honestly. Um, exception of the mace. Um, I would say loot's better than an ancient city. Well, I say mace, the heavy core, you know what I mean. Breeze rods are also really cool. Oh my god, there's so many cherry. Ugh. I'm just gonna break these and start over. I'm getting tired of these things growing out of line. Okay, curious on if this one will grow or not. Maybe it needs to be a bit away from that. Did I miss wood or something in this? I did. That should hopefully start to decay now. I'm gonna break you before you grow because I don't need you over here. But I will take over here. Now so loose. Starting to wonder if I should have made like a wood chest as well. At the same time, though, I do want to take this back up to the base, so maybe that's what I'll do after I sleep. Like, I'll run it back up to the base, and then we can start working on the actual chunk mine, getting some resources for the impending builds. Because I know ideally, we're starting to get a little close to the mark we set. We're at an hour and a half now, which means I'm going to be going on for another anywhere from 30 minutes to another hour and a half. Now, that also being said, there's a chance that we'll be getting on later. I do have intentions to stream during the week. Guys, what the fuck? What the fuck? What kind of armor is he in? Guys, what the fuck? That not only was that a zombie villager, which in itself is pretty rare, he was in full enchanted diamond armor. The only thing that would make this a bit concerning if I happen to go to my base and see when the armor stands is broken. Specifically the one with my actual enchanted armor. I'm now kind of worried about that. But the zombies don't target armor stands, do they? They shouldn't. I don't think. I thought they only targeted like players, villagers, and turtle eggs. That's crazy though. A zombie villager in full enchanted diamond is crazy. Let me actually make sure everything is still yeah. He just spawned with full diamond. What the I've never seen that before. In all of my over my decade of playing this game. I've never seen that. That is absurd. I don't know if it's more absurd the fact that I've never seen it before, or if it's just absurd that it happened in general. Um, Also, I'll definitely grab some bone meal while I'm up here to deal with that. I should have a decent bit of bone meal actually. I can throw the apples in the food chest, honestly. Oh, no apples in my food. No room for apples in my food chest, apparently. I guess you can go in there. Bone meal. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Won't be enough for anything. Hmm. Do I got a chance to have any more? Even just bones. Hey, Willie, you've grown. You guys have no more room, but can have another cave chicken. We do have bones. I also just realized I brought chests in like 4 different places. Um, we're gonna try it. Now, there's no guarantee that this will work, but I'm 99% certain that I will fall into that hole. But no. I'm pretty certain that God, if I had an HOA, they would be pissed. Oh God, that it should work. Wrong way again, bozo. Okay, let me path this for myself. Oh, that block's gonna be broken anyways. I don't know why I did that. Cool, feels like a semi-roasted path, whatever, it's fine. Well, folks, maybe I'm just dumb. I think that very much is the answer. Honestly, I kind of vibe with that, like, kind of over. I'm not gonna chop it down, actually. Oh, we got the full Christmas tree on this one. Uh, guess I should have called it resource gathering, huh? Because considering we just hit the hour and a half mark, I can't foresee us actually doing any major additions to the base. That's gonna give us so many saplings, holy shit. Not gonna lie, the way the light hit that tree, I thought it was another wreck. Bro, those mega trees are the way to go. Holy shit. Right, and just before inventory gets too cluttered with wood again, I think at this point we're going to chill on the trees for a little bit. Once I sleep, pick up all the remaining saplings and stuff, we're gonna start working on the chunk. Well, one of them at least. Because there are four for us to work on. I feel like it's at least getting a decent start on one of them. It's going to be huge. Especially in terms of just resource gathering. God, I hate how that looks from here. Just an overhanging garden. So bad. I really do need to get around to fixing that sooner or later. Preferably sooner than later, but I've been saying that for 2-3 weeks now. So yeah. Oh, so many saplings. Okay. I feel like that should be all for the time being. The tree had to spite me. Tree had to. There was no way around it. I'll take a little bit more durability on my axe, get some more oak. Make sure that this thing is a well-oiled machine. That's gonna be a generation. Okay. Should be all the spruce saplings there. Unless that's going to drop one. Moment of truth. Eventually. They're really just out to find me. I think the worst thing is I don't even need them. Because, like, I can just set up a bad omen farm. Like, there's a villager tower not far that away. My thing is I don't really want to deal with them. But I'm kind of feeling like there's not going to be much of a choice. This weather is really kind of just setting the mood for a fight. Yeah. Okay. Assuming I can't sleep because, yeah, no thunderstorm. That's unfortunate. Well, may as well get started. Actually, guys, we're gonna BRB. So yeah, I will be back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Cool. Probably nighttime. I'll get back on. No, not yet. That's good. No, ma'am. No, 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 no. No chewy. No chewy on the court. No, ma'am. Okay. Cool. Let's go see if any other saplings can drop from the oaks. I really don't like how dark this is. I really don't like how dark that is. I'm going to blame it in part to the weather and say it would normally look that dark. Because that'll make me feel better. Oh shit, thought this is on me in full iron. I was about to freak the fuck out. So I do also want to end up finding a better network fortress as well. Which I'm assuming Lep's. What is it, baby? I'm assuming Lep already found a decent one since he got another word that we low-key yoinked. Obviously not all of it, but just a little bit to get us started. Part of me wants to save that copper and go get my diamond pickaxe with fortune. But part of me is also like, do I really care? Because I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see plenty of copper. I'm almost certain of it. All right. And stone shovel. Ooh, definitely a noticeable difference. Ooh. Could go so much quicker if I had a haste beacon. But not killing the wither, not just yet. Ma'am. Let's sleep, shall we? Hopefully we can get rid of this abysmal rain. The compression's not looking too hot either. Well, it's not terrible, actually. Hey, rainbow. Solid. Uh, cool. Thumbnail. Easy. Ah, my ankles. Gone. Alright. I cannot wait till we get to Deep Slate. It's gonna be so nice. So nice. And I would say let's like turn this to moss. The thing is, I don't want to do that. I want these resources. Obviously the dirt not so much, but like the stones and stuff. I want that. Dude, we're gonna have so much dirt to terraform. It's so nice. Potentially get around to doing that land bridge thing I was talking about too, between here and the village. And then it was this, I believe. No. Yeah, there we go. Yep, we got our whole chunk laid out. And then over here it should be chunk 2.0. Yep, chunk cuts off there, and then this one starts. Goes all the way around. Perfect. Okay, and then that. We're gonna have so much dirt. Too much dirt. My dirt chest at home is already filled up. Hopefully terraforming will help remove a good chunk of that though. Ideally I'd like that dirt chest to become more of the what's it called, sand and gravel chest, since we plan to be working quite a bit with concrete. Cool. And with a few exceptions, which I'm working on now, we have gotten officially to the stone layer. Okay. And we're officially on the stone layer, round and round. I'm pretty sure I've made comments on this song before. Nothing like that, just that bit of dialogue always throws me off. You know, I just realized I don't have an ore chest whatsoever. Um, was we maybe throwing away some of the other goods to make some chests. I'm sorry. Cool. We're at least making decent progress on this. But yeah, so I'm thinking like can have the yellow and black, and then like on the actual chunk borders, it can be copper bulbs. Um, so ultimately, it just ends up with like copper bulbs in the corner of each chunk, except for the center, obviously. Uh, and then yeah, we'll do the rest out of concrete, which I think will look pretty good. And I've been seeing a lot of really cool stuff. Like one idea I want to do is it's gonna be a very simple build, but it's gonna be like four dispensers, a pressure plate, and some water. And it's like as soon as you jump down, you go into the water, you hit the pressure plate, you get hit by four um freeze balls or wind charges. Uh Freeze balls. You hit by four wind charges. And then yeah, it just like launches you in the air, so that could be cool for like an elytra thing. I just realized I hope this is far enough away that I don't end up mining straight through the ancient city. Obviously, I know that won't happen, but oh, what I mean by that is like if it ends up going to the ancient city, then yeah, I'll mine through it. But I mean, like obviously, I know that's not going to happen like yet. Like it is not currently in my abilities to do. I'm sorry, just keep getting in the way. I'm sorry, it's in a very bad time. That donkey had it coming. He kept getting in my way. Kept accidentally hitting him with a pickaxe. Figured it would be best to just put him out of his misery. I suppose I did start doing this. It was the dirt that made me stop. It's kind of odd. There's just a big patch of dirt here. Honestly, kind of mildly annoying as well. Because I mean, this is our last. No, it's not our last shovel. It's still annoying though. This is just seriously a huge patch of dirt. It's wild. Oh, starting that time. Yeah, definitely gonna need to upgrade this into a dirt only chest. That's that is what it is. Cool. This one will be prominently cobble. Uh, I can't foresee us running into too many outcrops with like granite, diorite, and andesite, but I'll leave those slots open for it. And then I keep a stack on me just because. Yeah, we'll grab some stuff for some torches. And I'm actually going to light this area up a little more. Especially like under here. Fuck. What are you doing? You crazy? Ma'am. Oh, don't call that. Okay, cool. Well, now we at least know there's a pretty decent chunk that doesn't have to be mined out. There's a lot of granite here. A lot of granite. Not that I'm complaining. I just, well, I'm trying to think on what I would incorporate granite with in my build. Well, in any of the builds. Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but I'm sure we'll find a use for it. Oh, yeah. Also, I guess it's not been done. Never mind, that's something that you can't do. Fuck. Well, I thought that was something you could do. Maybe it is if you have like admin. So yeah, I'll probably go for another 30 minutes and then I'll call it here. To those three who've been consistently tuning in, appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Yoink, all the stone. Actually, a huge chunk of granite. That's actually crazy. I actually need to end up upgrading the chest to where it can accommodate more granite andesite and stuff. Because I didn't anticipate us having this much, like almost 2 stacks, and we still have, good God, so much more. Yep, saw that going. Alright, that being said, let's flippity plop some of this schlop back in here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to upgrade that. Oh, no apples. Cool. Good to good to see that this is starting to take effect how I would like. Although what I think I am going to do is go and mine out those spots for the copper bulbs. Just so that way it would force to just plug and play. Alright, now let's run around and gather our rewards. Actually, did need to take note on what the level is I'm actually going to. Yeah, so I kind of blundered that. Actually, be these two. Because I planned this to be like the main level. Or I could even do it one lower, just so that way it's like flush with that part. I think I'll do that actually. God, but that means I'm gonna have to cap, not cap, but like take off a decent chunk of this. I'm trying to figure out if I really want to do that. I think right here will be fine. I can just build up in other spots. So yeah, this is wrong too. But first, before I fix the other sides, let's see. And I think in between streams, I'm just going to sit in AFK at the iron farm. Notice we're starting to get a little low. I mean, we did also fix that, so wouldn't hurt. Come on, there we go. I guess one was the thing. Like I said, it may just be only if you have an op. Okay, so now that's right. And that's right. Beautiful. Oh, okay, now. No, I'll leave it uncovered because I'll just end up putting concrete there anyways. Cool, it's not the axe. Not in that chest, actually. There we go. Alright, cool. I think I really need to do over here before I go. Nah. Um, yeah, actually, I'll take out some of the oaks. Like, those are small enough to where it won't break my axe, like, mid-tree. Oh, brother. This one's gonna be a pain. Maybe not as bad as I thought. Oh, yeah, no, that wasn't bad. This was just like some log chilling up here. No, it's decomposing. Nice. All right. Sorry, I saw the soccer particles. Thought they were Enderman particles. Yeah, we'll just make it into a strip. May as well. Make it easier to harvest at least. Just work down this side, turn around, come back through on the side. Ooh, 2 apples. Don't mind if I do. That was awkward. Oh, okay. I didn't realize all of them saw me. I really wish I had a shield about now. I know I'm absolutely cheesing this. I don't care. Paris would have been nice. I'm not gonna cheese these last two. 3. Okay, cool. Well, got the flag at least. Yeah. I don't know why I freaked out so much. I just forget how these villagers are. I think I'm just used to them in like such high quantity that they're just like absolutely oppressive. Oh, suppose this wouldn't hurt. Thanks for the run stick. Then I can continue lighting stereo. And we keep our one torch on us. Still wondering why that one's not growing. Like this super taiga. When I say super taiga, the mega tree. Right up here. If that'll work a bit better. I don't want it to be a complete lie, so I think I'm going to try to terraform that down a little bit once I go to sleep for the night. Or, I don't know, I feel like by the time I make it over there, it would be time to sleep, and I just have to go back up to the top of the pagoda. Also, I'm still not used to the Happy Ghast. I thought that was a massive flying pink sheep for a second. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I'll take another shot. Because they were like 12 minutes off from hitting the 2.5 hour mark. But yeah, this will be my most reasonably timed stream in a hot sec. All the other one. Sorry. All the other ones here lately have been like 4, 5+ hour, and I think it's a lot for some people. It's fun because usually around the 3 to 4 hour mark, you start getting a really like lively chat, and that's where things get really fun and entertaining. Okay, let's go fix this dilemma. Doo-da, doo-da. Now the question is, will we have enough to properly do this how I want to? I'm not gonna be able to do a gradual slope, unfortunately, but we should at least be able to make it like presentable. Oh, but it's gonna leave such an open area underneath. Okay, well, first let's oh shit. Okay. Okay. Not gonna be able to. So let's go and start making this drop off. And I'll do that. Cool, that at the bare minimum is kind of what we need to aim for. Let's head underneath and see if we can make this pull out a little better. Not all what I wanted. Yeah, I definitely need to light this up. That being said, I think I'm actually going to work more on this sloop side. But that may make it a little easier with the resources we currently have. There we go. That'll at least give us a decent starting point. Let's trail down. That's not where that go. There we go. There we go. And here's the main thing about terraforming. It doesn't have to look perfect. Because the world isn't perfect. It doesn't have to look symmetrical. It doesn't have to be gradual. It doesn't have to be slow. It can be rough. It can be choppy. Just as long as it doesn't look like a block, anything's better than that. Obviously, it's kind of funny saying that about a game where you're just placing blocks and stuff, but the truth. Game about blocks The main objective is to make things not look blocky. At least when it comes to builds. At least in my opinion. Mind you, everyone has their own different styles and stuff. It's just kind of mine. Damn. No. Maybe we're gonna have to nerd pull this. I don't know my torch. Damn it. God, every time I see the ghast, it freaks me out. I think it's something it's not. I might want to cover up the cave. Is there anything worthwhile in it? There's some diorite. Nope, nothing worthwhile down here. I don't even know if pickaxe anyways, so. Damn, that's kind of rough. Really, really didn't want to close this off without torches. You know, like, you know about blocks not making things look like blocky and just square, rectangular, and all that. Obviously, it has its quirk. I feel like if we go through and kind of clean some of this up, like prime example, like these guys, where I was kind of using those as stasis blocks. I think this definitely looks somewhat natural. Yeah, I don't think it looks bad at all. Obviously, it's a bit more rising there and a little slopey there, but the world's not perfect. Why should my terraforming be? Crazy that took us 4 stacks though. Didn't even finish it. Nowhere close. Got one side of it, if that. Real quick before we call it a stream. Oh, let's go check our nether wart. Hey, some progress is progress. All I gotta say. Another thumbnail, because why not? We'll do this, encompass everything we did this episode. Well, let's say episode stream. Yeah. Alrighty. So, third chest, accidentally dropping it. Third chest is already full. Didn't realize we had 42 copper blocks. That's a little crazy. Uh, cool. We're finally starting to get to a point where we have materials to build with. So hopefully next time I'm on the SMP, we can actually start working towards the base and building it out, making it look good. However, I think the start to next stream well not next stream, but next SMP stream, we'll definitely be working on this a little more from the other sides. I'm trying to think on how I want to go about this, because I think I may end up just needing to bring that whole thing over a little more. Because I don't know, this feels like it's so sharp and jagged sticking out. But that's the beauty of this. You kind of play with it, you see what you like, you see what you don't like, you make it your own. However, as promised in the beginning, making my way to the iron farm so we can AFK offline. Just so you guys don't have to endure me falling asleep again, having 12 hours of nothing burger of a stream. But yeah, going to start winding it down here. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you're watching this on Twitch, you like it. I know today's stream wasn't particular. I know this stream wasn't particularly interesting. But if you like it enough to stick around, do feel free to drop a follow, get notifications anytime I go live, because I am pretty bad at alerting you guys myself, and it seems every time I try to give you guys a bit of a notice, I end up having something come up at the last minute, and I'm unable to stream. So pretty much how this entire week has been. But that being said, Do appreciate if you guys are watching regardless. And if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, feel free to come over, check me out on Twitch anytime I'm live. Do the same. You can follow when I'm offline, and you'll still get notifications and stuff for whenever I do go live. And yeah, other than that, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to follow. Well, not follow, subscribe. Hit the bell if you interesting. But yeah, feel free to do all that stuff. Leave comments. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, any recommendations you have for the SMP or just the channel in general, like the things you'd want to see content wise. Now that being said, let's make sure this thing is up and running. Let's see a beautiful Iron Boy spawn. Please give me my Iron Man. Come on. Do I need to reset it every time? That's crazy. Well, I'll also work towards how. You guys not making this easy, you know? Okay. They're really not making this easy for me. I think what I'm gonna do is open that one. I can't even juke him. It's like he knows. Okay. Should hopefully stop him from freaking out. Then once it starts to get a little dark and I see him pop in bed, I'm going to break the snow as always. But yeah. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And yeah. I'll see you all next time. I forgot my string button is. Oops. See you guys.